How would you describe Obi, Atiku, Kwankwaso trying to come together to fight for the soul of Nigeria 2027?
Yeah, I think if they can achieve it, it's a good. It's going to be a good development for them. And if they can't, in which I think the ego among three of them, wants to be the president? Who wants to be later sacrificed to let other be the president? And that's where the problem is. Because Kwankwaso himself, he has his own party that is he going to collapse all his party structure for Obi? Obi with the disobedience, is he going to collapse all the structure for Kwankwaso? Then you now look at the big elephant, which is Atiku. Atiku has been dreaming about being president for a while now, at least, and he wants to actualize this dream before he gets to departure lane. You know what I mean by departure lane? You know where the whole people get to, and So to me, I can say I still foresee confusion among them because number one, Atiku wants that presidency by all means, right? Even if it is for one day, Atiku wants it. Kwankwaso himself, I can call him an hidden, undiscovered strikers too, because he has a target on his party. Is going to, be on ground to cause the damages for the two of them, because you can't just erase it off. Kwankwaso have mammoth crowds. He has, when you're talking of crowds, you talk of Kwankwaso in the north there. He has some portion of crowd. So to me, with the Kwankwaso movement, he will still make a statement. So Kwankwaso will now later align. I'm just telling you ahead of what may happen. Kwankwaso will now definitely align with Atiku for them to grab the power, because the power that left the north for how many months, how many this thing now, is not welcoming for the north. They still want that power because they are the stronghold. They are the stronghold of the power. I can say, because they believe the power belongs to them, and they will fight all right, all way to get that power back politically.
Is that the reason why Shetima and Tinubu is already fighting?
I can't say there's a fight between them, because everybody want to sell. Media want to sell. It may be some fractions they have together against each other that people are looking at that there's fight, because two wrongs don't make a right, and at the same time two captains cannot be in a ship. Tinubu as the president and Shetima as the vice president, they need to work hand in hand, and they are doing well, because it's Mongulu. Is it Mongulu, the guy in the current Zulu? Is it Zulu? The Zulu, the current governor of Borno State. Mongulu, is it Mongulu? Zulu was the one that Tinubu wanted. So it was Zulu that now told Tinubu that he has his his predecessor, that he would be more capable on getting that job done. And since then, there've been peace. But I don't know whether there's kind of fusion from the leaders of the north or the leaders of the south. But let the south to breathe. We need this presidency. The north has occupied this presidency more time than the south, and it is the south's turn. Let the south finish their 8 years, and we allowed Buhari to finish his own 8 years. So for the to balance the equation, let's have the south to finish their 8 years too, because Buhari spent 8 years. So why not allowing the south to spend their 8 years likewise? And I want to go there again, that the Igbo presidency need to come up too, because but the issue with the Igbo's elites, are they really in tune with any candidate that comes out? Because they are stick to PDP already. Majority of the Igbo elite are stick to PDP. So that's where the problem is coming from. And I believe if you want to be one, there must be
So, but
equity.
based on your calculation politically now,
Yes.
you're talking about the South should retain the presidency,
Yes.
and the Atiku Kwankwaso are Northerners,
Yes.
anyway, and the Obi is already in their team. Do you see any compromise in any form regarding to that? And secondly, some people allege that the 2027 presidential election game has started, and Nnamdi Kanu release or factor is going to play out significantly in trying to win votes for both southern and northern regions. Is this the reason why Tinubu are having Nnamdi Shetima's issue, or what's actually your insight about Nnamdi Kanu being a factor that would decide 2027?
I'm so much a bit confused with what you're just saying now because what's the coloration between Nnamdi Kanu and the North being released? Is it going to go down to North campaign? Is it going to go down to, well, what I just see is there is no problem. Nnamdi Kanu will be released. The elder statement has spoken. What's it called? The respected elder statement, because it's not all elder statements that are respected. So what I'm talking about, Ayoku, which I so much love that man. I so much love him. I can say he's my Nigerian man of the year. When you talk of man of the year in Nigeria, I can say it's him. Emeka Ayoku, and I understand him because for him to be able to balance the status, he married a Yoruba woman. So to me, and the voices of those guys are the one I'm following. They've gone to that household that the solution to our problem is what? They said decentralization. Let us have a government that will all sit down, will bring the constitution, will bring the Jonathan Confab, we pull it together.
But they not see it as disintegration. They have rejected it.
We will see when the vehicle or when the train is ready to move, who want to go along with the train, we go into the train to embark on the journey. Who doesn't want to go along, will stay put there.
You are already championing division. So are you telling me that if the North refused to join the what?
Yes, we carry on our own, definitely.
Really?
Yes, we can do that. We carry on our own. So they can form their own system of government. The West form their own system of government. The North, the East will form their system of government. But in which I believe the North will not go against such. I believe they will not go against such. Because it's going to be very, very, good for their system. Because as it is, the North is overwhelmed by insecurity. They should be able to provide those people that destroy they're tarnishing their image in that North, because it's not all the Northerners are bad. It's not all the Northerners. I grew up with the Northerners, some Northerners. When you talk of the Jallo family, we were good friends when we were in school. I mingle with them, we stay in our house, they come to my house, we play, their father knows me, all sort of things. Then I school with one other guy, Rebadi. I don't know how related he is to the current Rebadi, but we all mingle ourselves. But when all those intruders, all those ragtag, Fulani coming in to destroy the image of the real Hausa Fulani, Hausa we know. I mean, it's so. I was in Kaduna. I was in ABU Kaduna for PPP. Nothing happened. We mingle together. We can stroll at night, from school. I'm talking of the Samaru. You see people coming from Congo campus, the other campus down to. So we the what's it called, the brotherly wood. So when you're talking about the North and the South, the problem has been there for a while, and it's going to take a long while to settle all these problems, because in security, the North believe they are superior more in politics than other regions, and that we are still a learner. You can see what happened to Obasanjo, I say Obasanjo Awolowo and Shagari there. There was a security of political interest in that election, because that was what we thought. that everybody is crying out to touch or no, it's not supposed to be in our constitution, but they purposely incited that to touch into the electoral, the system, so that after all, they can find a way to rig, I mean, through that to thought, hide under that to thought. So to me, the number one, our electoral system, we have to check it and see, get out, bring the lacuna that, bring all the lacuna out and work on it.
On the final note, Mr. Kunle, what do you think is actually the delay of releasing Nnamdi Kanu? Well, people there will share the same, treasonable charges like Nnamdi Kanu were released. What is the delay? What is responsible for the delay of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu?
Yeah, the delay for releasing of Nnamdi Kanu, there are some things that need to work out. Because Nnamdi Kanu is an ethnic man, or how they call it, is a very popular person, well known, and they can't just release him easily like that. They can't release him without clearing the way. Because once you release Nnamdi Kanu today, number one, the whole southeast will be in, I don't know, uncontrollable any longer. So, and Nnamdi Kanu himself, he made one statement that they should let him come out within 2 days. There will be peace in that land. So there's one there's one thing to be peace, and there's another thing for the people that want to use the release. They will use the release of Nnamdi Kanu for destructions too, and through that one they will be hiding unhappiness that they are happy destroying. You will see some elements that they are not for Kanu, they are not for the southeast, but they are for destruction. They want to come out and start, harassing everybody, attacking everybody on the pretense of their celebrating Nnamdi Kanu release. But to me, that gentleman is going to be released because he has paid the sacrifice enough. And, he wants to have been free man today. It's same people, same crowds. I just spoke up now, that puts him into this problem he has now. Because number one, when Abaribe stood shorty for Nnamdi Kanu, the court said they don't want to see him with a crowd of more than 4 people, 4 people. But immediately the supporters heard that they released Nnamdi Kanu. They surrounded his house, they did all sort of things. But the end mistake that the Nigerian government did was to send the military to go and attack the house, in which some people were killed. So I think what the what's it called, the dark world we saw yesterday, we should not see it no more, because a lot of people died when they invaded Nnamdi Kanu house, and there was counter too against some soldiers were killed. So to me, I think the Nnamdi Kanu release should be peaceful. Abaribe ought to have gone to prison when Nnamdi Kanu escaped, because he's too shorty for him. He's too shorty for Nnamdi Kanu. He always stand behind Nnamdi Kanu, and he deposited 100 million. That 100 million is not even the same issues this guy did. This guy is suspended in the Senate not too long. What's his name said? Ndume. The same thing Ndume did for the minor that hurt our, what's it called? That hurt our the Nigerian money that's supposed to be meant for retirees. So it's same problem he has. And the judge said, once you cannot see minor, you have to be in prison for like 2. He was in prison for like 2 or 3 days. Yeah, you can get with it. But on the issue of what's it called, Abaribe, they exempted Abaribe because Abaribe did all his best to make sure such thing did not happen. That they did not just bombard Nnamdi Kanu and turn it to carnival,
Yes.
you see. So to me, you see, when courts give you the judgments, right, abide with the judgments. No matter how, either it's a fake court, the lawyer is not competent, or the judge is not competent, or this, abide with the government, obey first before complaining. But what happened? And that same condition they gave to Showore, if you remember, when they released Showore from this thing, they put him in house. He cannot, until just of this, he cannot move away from that Abuja. It was all eyes on him. So that's they will give you a strict condition. Say you are a very big personality that people know as an agitator. So we want this crowd to, if they, what Nnamdi Kanu is coming for now is to start engaging the followers. Say, man, it's not all about war. It's about judge. Let's judge our way, so that they will know we are responsible. But when they see you on the street doing this, they say these are non-entity, these are miscreants. Is that not what the leaders call anybody that misbehaves on? But if you go through the right way, and they know how this one is educated, so we know he's right, and he's ready to fight his right, they first of all call you, say, my son, what do you want?
Now, yes, Mr. Kule. On a final note, what do you think will be the reaction coming from the north? Because Nnamdi Kanu was arrested by a northern president. If Tinubu decide to release Nnamdi Kanu this month, Nnamdi Kanu is going to court this month. What do you think will be the reaction from the north? Won't they use that against Tinubu 2027?
The big boy, now the Wadume. You remember the case of Wadume? Wadume was one of the king chief of kidnapper. He was one of the garrison commander of the kidnapper. To the extent they sent some police from the state headquarters, from the federal headquarters, that's to come and pick up Wadume. And where they had to pick him up was what's the state called? That's his home state. They got to his home state. They went to lodge a complaint. I mean, the presence there that we are here to come and arrest one criminal. And suddenly, what happened? They escaped the guy. Some military guys escaped him. And later, Wadume was rearrested again. Then what happened to Wadume? Wadume was sentenced to some years imprisonment, not even up to 5 years or so. He came out. What did they do? They embraced him back and they gave him a chieftaincy title. So what we're saying is, what is good for the goose is good for the gander. There shouldn't be double justice. We all own this Nigeria. We all belong to this Nigeria. No region is superior to others. And I still keep saying, no region is superior to others. Either you are not, you are not superior to the South. Either you are South, you are not superior to the. So let us balance all this equity in ourselves, because there's no equity. There's no equity, and I pray we should have that equity. Because now, if I happen to be offended now, and who offended me may be nothing guy that I'd never see, they will just invite him and let him go free. But if it is me that offended, they will jail, they will put me in cell. Is that equity? We want equity in this country, and that is what we are going to be clamoring. I'm going to be clamoring for.